You know the feeling when you're young, you dream of growing up to be a professional baseball player. Well, one kid in St. Louis has some baseball dreams of his own, but they don't involve being a player. 13-year-old Bradley loves to attend baseball games decked out in full umpire gear. Stellar starting pitching meets offensive powerhouse in Astros Cubs. Let's head to Houston, Texas for this one. The fourth inning was the turning point of the game. Cubs scored 7 runs in the fourth inning. The Phillies look to start the season off with a sweep, breaking down Aaron Nola's first start of the season before the Phillies return to Citizens Bank Park tomorrow to Citi Field, where the Phillies are preparing to face the Mets for the first time since New York knocked the Phils out of the playoffs in Game 4 of the NLDS last fall. Phillies currently sit 2 games back from first place Mets in the NL East, thanks mostly to an unreliable bullpen, which has racked up 6 blown saves, the worst in all of baseball, and the second worst ERA among all MLB bullpens. Welcome back. We just showed you the NL East. Now to the rest of baseball, starting with the NL Central. Second place Cubs in St. Louis facing the 4th place Cardinals. First inning, Cubs up 1-0. Carson Kelly hits a single to right, but here's the weird part. The throw home is cut off by the pitcher, goes through his legs. He can't find it in time for Kyle Tucker to run in and score. What a blooper for St. Louis. Phillies just wrapped their second of a 3-game series with the Mets. The Mets hit 7 home runs on the way to ending their 7-game losing streak at Citizens Bank Park tonight. So let's break it down. Phil's down 1-0. Nick Castellanos into right field. Juan Soto can't get to it. Schwarber runs in to tie the game at 1. Things get interesting in the third. Francisco Lindor, solo home run. Brandon Nimmo, solo home run. Juan Soto, solo home run. Top of the Mets order goes back to back to back. The first of 2 on the night for Soto. The Phillies have a rare day off today as they prepare to host the Washington Nationals for a 3-game series back at Citizens Bank Park this week. Familiar pitching matchup to start it off tomorrow. Zach Wheeler and Mackenzie Gore both started opening day down in Washington back in March. Both pitched 6 innings. Wheeler recorded 8 strikeouts while Gore struck out a career-high 13 hitters in the Phillies' 7-4 win down in D.C. Phillies look to bounce back in their rubber match with the Braves today. Let's take a trip down to Truist Park to break this one down. Starting in the bottom of the second, no score yet. After hitting a grand slam last night, Sean Murphy once again becomes a pain for the Phils. He hits a solo shot to center off of Ranger Suarez. Braves go up 1-0. Phillies trying to avoid getting swept by the Mets in a Wednesday afternoon showdown in New York. This game was tied at 2 after 9 innings. This one goes to extras, top of the 10th. Harper on third. Nick Castellanos singles to left field. Harper scores, and the Phillies take a 1-run lead. They go on to leave the bases loaded. To the bottom of the 10th we go. Jordan Romano in for the Phillies. That's Pete Alonso. He hits one past Cal Stevenson. While the Phillies secured their spot in the postseason, they return home without the NL East title yet. The Phils dropped 3 of 4 to the Mets over the weekend, but can clinch the division title for the first time since 2011 with a win over the Cubs tonight. Bo Bichette is the perfect player for this team, right? Like, I think even though he plays shortstop, you can put him in at third. Yep. You could move things around. You could get Alec Boehm off the roster if you trade him. So I'm all for it.
And he hits in October, which solves what their problem has been for years.
My biggest thing is, like you mentioned, there isn't a salary cap. So what are we doing here? Just sign both of them at this point. Like, sign Harrison Bader, sign Bo Bichette, sign
Go for it.
JT
Dodgers
Realmuto.
are doing it.
Everyone else is, well, not everyone else, but the Dodgers, the Blue Jays, like all these other teams are spending the money. Phillies, if you want to compete, if you want to beat the Dodgers, please just go out and spend the money. Where's yours?
I'm going to go old-fashioned.
Oh. I don't know if the stadium staff would love that.
No. Let's go lights on your cell phones. Well, the Phillies fans, Devin, have picked up on that really very quickly.
Yes.
We borrowed it from the Minnesota Twins. But
we're quick learners here in
Yes, we are. Mm-hmm. It's so electric when it happens.
It is Unreal. And now it's happened twice in the last 3 days,
Was
3
Friday
games.
night
Friday night and then last night again. And then what's even more impressive than this entrance is the way this guy is pitching. He already broke the velocity record for pitches thrown inside Citizens Bank Park, you guys.
Wow.
Over 103 miles per hour, and he did it twice.
103.3 miles an hour.
It's pretty fast. It's a tale as old as time with the Phils, and look, they started off the series well, going 2-0. They can't go 162-0 as much as we wish that they would. They still won the series, so I'll take it. You know, it was promising from Aaron Nola. He was still finding his corners there. It really is a hazard here.
This is exactly what I'm talking about. Her umbrella is in my eye.
I'm sorry.
And that's the hard thing about baseball, right? And in baseball postseason, they play almost every single day for 5-6 months, it feels. And then all of a sudden, they're gone. They're like a friend. They're like a reliable friend that you have, even if they break your heart. That's a good point.
I think some would feel that's a little questionable.
Yeah, not a reliably fun friend,
Well,
but someone who's
it's
there,
like-
and then all of a sudden, they're gone.
So you ever
and you don't
had
get to watch them anymore.
Date somebody and, like, I keep going back to the same girlfriend, but it's always
And you
ends
think
in-
that this time will be different.
this time it's going to be different, but
It is
it's
never
not.
different.
It's never
It's never different. It's okay. We'll find someone new, maybe.
Oh yeah, that's true. Maybe I'll find a golfer.
Last season, he had the same injury, a hamstring strain, but it was a grade 2. So he was out for 6 weeks, and then we know, he looked a little off. He wasn't stealing bases as much. It took him a while to get back into his groove last season, both offensively and defensively. So this is much less severe, which is good news because they expected it to be a little bit worse. So hopefully, he's back and ready to go in time.
And then Aaron.
Whoa.
He looked like the
Love
old
it.
Aaron last night,
Yes,
didn't he?
he did. Yes, he did. And look, we love to see it because we love Aaron Nola in this town. He's been through it this season and really to end last season. But, he comes in, he doesn't pitch well to start the season, ends up getting injured, ends up missing time. Just hasn't looked like the Aaron Nola that we expected him to be, especially with the postseason right around the corner. And then he comes out and makes a start in a game where I think everyone just expected this to be a loss because the Mets have tended to have the Phillies number lately, and then like half of the Phillies lineup is out for the first game of this series, and will continue to be out. We'll see when Brandon Marsh returns. But Aaron Nola stepped up. I mean, a true pitcher's duel, a 1-0 win. I'll take it.
Absolutely.
Phillies look to start off the season with a clean sweep as they finish their opening series in Washington today. Let's break this one down. Aaron Nola struck out 8 batters through 5 innings in his first start of the season. That's the good news. Now to the not so great news. Josh Bell gets one off of Nola for a 3-run shot to put the Nationals up 3-0 in the 4th inning. 2 innings later, Nathaniel Lowe would hit one to deep center field for a 2-run home run. So it
Usually heats up in the summer.
See, I'm hearing a lot of excuses from you, Jason.
I know.
I think you can fully blame the bullpen because Jose Ruiz came in the 7th and immediately gave up a 3-run home run.
Right, but only one of those was charged to him.
The Phillies could have overcome that and won had Bryson Stott, hit that 3-run home run, and the bullpen hadn't given up so many after Nola gave up 2. So. I get people are frustrated and they wanted to see changes. And obviously you want to see changes after the way that the Phillies went out for now the 4th postseason in a row. I think Rob Thompson is a good manager. I think he had his best managing regular season. He made some questionable choices in the postseason. At the end of the day, he still has the best winning percentage of any Phillies manager. So,
That's right.
I mean,
he's increased the win.
I have to blame Dombrowski because you should have made moves, before the season started. Now I know Paul on the fan cam was just saying, make a trade, and hopefully they try to do that, in a few months, but it's still very early in the season. I don't think they're going to be making any moves. You mentioned something needs to happen. They brought up Weston Wilson today, assigned Cody Clemens. I don't mean a move like that. Like, they need to do something drastic,
something
in
big,
my opinion.
Which means trade a big prospect. It's now or never for this Phillies team, I feel like, this year. Olivia, thank you. You can read Olivia in the Philadelphia Inquirer. It's going to be a busy 24, 48, 36 hours. We'll look for you there. Thank you for joining us tonight.
Thank you guys.
We will be right back to close this thing out. 215-915-FAN. All right, Devin, we're in the end zone. You are going to be on WIP in the morning, right?
Sure will.
So red eye is
3-hour sleep.
Oh my gosh, is that it? And then you have to make
4.
sense in the morning?
Yeah.
Ah. So
I rarely make sense, though, so I'll be fine.
So a red eye is a coffee with a shot. A black eye is a coffee with 2 shots. A dead eye.
I didn't know that.
Dead eye coffee with 3 shots. I think
I'm
dead
going
eye.
dead eye. I'm going dead